Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry.
And I'm Irene.
Today we're going to be taking some potatoes out of at least one of the buckets that we planted.
Right, we did an experiment earlier this year when we got our seed potatoes in, the Adirondack blues, some of them were really badly sprouted.
Yeah, we had 4 or 5 inch long sprouts on them, and yeah, we could have knocked them off and hoped that they'd resprout, but we figured why not go ahead and take advantage of the sprouts.
Right, well there were just a few of them that were really badly sprouted, so we decided we would cut those up, turn them into potatoes ready to be used. And what we decided to do was, we had seen something on one of the UK channels. There's an argument about who started it, but I don't care who started it. We got it off the internet. Basically, we started up some of these things in 6-inch pots, and some of them we waited till they grew, and then we planted them into pots. The theory was that those might come ready sooner. Okay, so this only has 2 pieces of potato in it, whereas that one and that one each have 4. And we earlier, 2 weeks ago, a little bit more than 2 weeks ago, about 2.5, we got the other container that only had 2 in it, and we got a decent harvest, but we decided they were mostly small and that they would be better off if we let them sit for a couple more weeks. So.
Hey, you like my hat? Father's Day present. It's awesome. And you know what, Greg? You're right. It's an awesome hat. It's got some nice ventilation in it. And you know, that hat band is barely big enough to fit my noggin.
Yeah, he's got a fat head. I do too.
Thanks a lot, fat head.
Oh, I do too.
Mind the hole.
Yeah. All you ladies out there saw the look across my face that said what I wanted to say. I didn't say it. Anyway. Do we want to cut these, or do we just yank them?
No, let's just yank them.
Okay. You have a bunch of potatoes in there, by the way.
You know, I think I'm going to go get something to put these things in.
Yep, we need to. What's hard is, usually when you pull out potatoes...
oh, this one's hard to sprout, too.
Yeah. When you pull out potatoes, they're light colored in comparison to the dirt.
Makes them easy to find, but not these guys.
No, they blend in beautifully.
I'll be right back with something to put them in.
Okay. I would just get a bowl.
East is outside.
She says, I come out. I terrorize. I've run out of room in my hands. Well, these are not big potatoes, but there are a goodly quantity of them, I will say that. Now here's a random thought for you. If you replanted this, would you get more potatoes?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and use the bucket.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need to wash it out anyway.
Well, I already washed out the one that I used earlier today. We're hauling in stuff. Yeah, a lot of these are still babies. I saw a couple of big ones on the other side. So you definitely have potatoes in there.
Oh, these are decent size.
Yeah, they are. But there's still a bunch of them that are pointy on one end. See, like that one?
Oh, well. I think we needed to pull these anyway because some of them are starting to sprout.
Yeah. That looks more like a sweet potato than a potato.
Did this soil have some of the fertilizer granules in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that is. I know a lot of people think they're slug eggs or they're this or they're that. They're just they're granules that they use for fertilizer and also for moisture control. See what I mean about there being a whole ton of babies in here?
Well, that happens. Yeah, I don't remember how long it's been since I helped my parents grow some potatoes. I was definitely in grade school, maybe junior high school, so that was a long time ago. And I don't remember there being a lot of little potatoes, but the problem is if you don't get all those little potatoes out, when you grow your next crop,
you're going to have potatoes.
You'll have potatoes.
Well, into your potatoes. And you really don't want to do that because that's how you wind up with things like scab and stuff building up in the soil. Okay, that is two pieces of potato. That's all that was in there. And you can see there was 2 potato plants here. That's a nice harvest for 2 pieces of potato.
It is. We'll have to weigh it.
And there's the original potato. It's still as solid as a rock. That's weird. And one little potato just fell off. Boink. So this will have 4 potato plants in it. I didn't pre-sprout these. I mean, I pre-sprouted them, but I didn't, do anything else to them. I didn't have them growing in pots or anything separate like the other ones did. I have to admit, I have never seen potatoes grow like this. Regular potatoes. I mean, like sweet potatoes, yeah.
Right. Blue isn't one of those colors that you expect vegetables to have. Berries maybe.
Oh, except we missed one.
Goes in that bucket right there. Yeah, I figure we'll find some more.
Okay, so that had 2 potato seeds in it. That had 4. It wasn't a bad idea to go ahead and get them started the way we did, simply because we had some that needed to be handled right away. But I don't know that growing them separately in 6-inch pots made that all big a difference. Considering, I mean, this is about twice as many as this.
And that's about twice as many potatoes as we're going to eat before they're going to start softening up. You can move closer.
Well, I didn't want to fall in that damn hole again.
That damn hole's not over near me.
I know. We'll weigh them. I am curious to see what the 2-spud pot versus the 4-spud pot does. There's no doubt that in the greenhouse, the spuds that were started ahead of time in the 6-inch pots and stuff were up and doing much faster. I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to actually go pound for pound and see what kind of a difference that makes, but visually, there's not much of a difference.
Looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, I am pleased with the quantity we got, and these are the weirdest potatoes ever. I mean, that should be a sweet potato, not a potato.
That's a potato.
But you know what I mean. I mean, sweet potatoes grow in weird shapes like that, but not usually potatoes. But the other ones that we had some for dinner the other night, and most red and purple vegetables like beans and stuff like that, when you cook them, they lose the color.
These things didn't lose their color, which was awesome.
Right. So you're sitting there going, my potatoes are blue, but they just taste like potato. I mean, they taste like a good fresh potato. So there's nothing wrong with it, but it was a little odd, I have to admit. Blue potatoes. I can just imagine cooking those, and for kids, they would probably get a great kick out of blue mashed potatoes. But we fried up some the other day, and they were really good. You made them up for dinner. Because it was funny, I looked at my plate and went, those are blue.
They're blue, but they're not berries.
No, we had blueberries in the fridge, but that's different entirely.
Thanks very much for watching. I hope that you had as much fun as we did in dealing with these buckets. It was really an interesting experiment to try.
Right, and we're busy moving some, these buckets behind us here that are on the wagon have sweet potatoes. So we're switching up the mix right now between sweet potatoes and all that other kind of stuff. So once this potato batch is dumped, all the rest of our potatoes will come out of the garden, and we're debating possibly pulling this batch of onions too, because we could use some fresh onions in the kitchen, and that would get us a new pot too.
Hey, you know what time it is, Irene?
Yeah, time to go. Do we want to dump the other one?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Give it one more day. Maybe we'll grow more potatoes.
Right. Just keep thinking that way. Okay. So until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because obviously we have lots going on, and my wise-ass husband will be glad to tell you about it.
Thanks for watching. We'll talk with you later.
Bye.
Bye.